A little disclaimer that I, Mystic, and am employee of Wizards of the Coast on the D&D team.
Last time on Utopia podcast, the party continued to hang with the lumberjacks, taking all their things back to camp, having defeated the sloths, and as soon as they got back to the lying woodpecker in Whimsten, Livy let the party know what Reem had told him about Mysheria setting up a voicemail. With their religious beliefs shattered and their faith in the god they were going to find now shuttered, the party went their separate ways and tensions appeared. Ziba asked her sword what to do, and it clattered to the ground, pointing out the window of the inn to Godfrey, who was talking to Morgus out by the creek. Ziba climbed out the window and headed to Godfrey, and that is where we find the party.
It is evening. It's probably about 11 p.m. The party has come back from this long day of battles in the woods. You all got paid. You sat down for dinner at the Lying Woodpecker, only to hear that Livy was told Mysheria was a lie. Everyone went their separate ways, had their separate conversations, and Ziba's sword, after being magically tampered with, pointed out the window toward Godfrey. And she scrambled out the window, and you're walking toward him. Godfrey has just finished a conversation with Morgus. And that is where we find the two of you. Your sword pointed you toward Godfrey, but what are you thinking, Ziba, as you walk toward the suit, bowler hat, long ponytail man glistening in the moonlight in the creek?
I don't think Ziba's thinking anything particular than, well, this is better than literally the no ideas I had. So I think she just kind of like walks up to Godfrey. He probably doesn't want her there. And with no, like, what's the word for it? It's like being naive, but it's like you're not aware. You're being kind of like a child when they're not aware they're being rude and they just kind of like do it. And you're like, they don't know. There's a word. I can't think of it. But anyway.
No tact.
Yes, with absolutely no tact. That is exactly it. And I'll sit down next to Godfrey and go, can we have one of our tea conversations again? But we don't need to have actual tea if you don't want to.
Godfrey will skip the stone that was in his hand and kind of turn and look down. Yeah, I suppose tea would be good for right now. Did you want tea or did you want to skip stones with me? I've got a handful.
It could be a skip stone conversation. I know at the house we always had it over tea. I think that's equivalent though.
Yeah. I just really don't want to go back inside. And Godfrey takes his pile of like thin rocks, good skipping stones, and like hands a good handful of them to Ziba. Start skipping.
It's not a very large creek. I think we established this last time, but it's large enough to skip stones. Has Ziba ever skipped stones before?
100%.
I remember you trying to skip
100%.
them on the ocean.
Yeah. Well, we have tried before, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This one might be easier.
It's definitely easier. You actually get a few to like pop, pop, pop.
Well, at least
What's on your mind?
Everyone tells you, you gotta grow up eventually, right? And you gotta learn to grow up. And I feel like everyone's like, go to school, learn, and you need to learn so you can grow, and you'll learn and know better when you're older. How in the world are you supposed to learn anything if everything that you're trying to learn ends up being wrong?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, I don't know, everything I was kind of taught about Mysheria, it just, I don't know, feels disingenuous now. And I don't think anyone meant to lie to me, but someone's gotta be responsible, right? How was I supposed to know any better?
I don't think you're alone in feeling that right now. So you pretty well encapsulated how I'm feeling too. Maybe there's not an answer, or maybe we're finding the answer right now. Kind of the thing about questions and learning. Someone has to find the answer in the first place. When we're in a situation like this, we just have to find it instead of being taught it.
How do you grow up without any answers? I mean, I left everything so I could be a hero, and I do feel like I'm becoming something more, or getting closer to growing up every day, but I feel like I keep losing the reason I left in the first place. How do you know if you're still on the hero's path, or even what that is if you have no answers? How do I know if I'm making the right decisions? I just want to be a good person.
I think a good way to tell if you've been a good person is by seeing the company you keep, seeing the reaction that people give when you come by.
Is that though? I mean, everyone reacts to Mysheria like she's perfect. But I'm starting to think none of us think that's the case. I don't know. They seem... You know how you kind of... I don't know. It just feels like... Words are hard. But...
Well,
we're going to find Mysheria. But I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe I shouldn't meet my hero. Because it's just going to be a disappointment.
is it disappointing because she won't be what she's built up to be? Or will it be disappointing because you've found that you've become a better role model than her? Maybe that's the whole journey. To grow into the thing that you believe yourself to be. Not to the image that you are molding yourself after.
You said one was people's reaction to you, right? If you're having the right image. And the other one is people around you keep. Are we on the right path? It seems that there's sides in this that I don't know if do we have to choose? Because I don't know anything. We don't have any answers, as we've already established. Who are we to decide? I was just a kid.
Godfrey will look around to see if he sees Garakias nearby.
Yeah, he's just sitting up in the tree above you both.
Hmm. Well, maybe that's an answer we have to find on our way there, Ziba. If we're on the right path or not. But maybe there's more we can do.
I mean, best we can do is just not things we would regret, right?
Right. You know, Morgus came down and he told me something that I've been mulling over. Even if Mysheria isn't who we thought she was, it doesn't take away the things that we've become when we believed she was what she was. Or something along those lines.
Yeah, but what are we supposed to believe in now?
Well, can't believe in Mysheria, we can at least believe in each other, right? We know that we're real. And we're here. I know I believe in you.
Even if I mess up?
Even if you mess up.
You're gonna stay around, right, Godfrey?
You know, I can't imagine going anywhere anytime soon.
Promise?
Promise.
Godfrey, make me an intelligence saving throw.
X. 4.
Okay. That's all.
Alright. We're gonna skip some stones into the sunset.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Y'all skip some stones. The sun has definitely set. It's like I said, it's like 11 p.m. But Scylla, Morgus, and Livy. Scylla has asked Morgus to not come to the room for a few minutes, clearly sniffling on the other side of the door. Livy stands in the stairwell halfway up, having followed Scylla back to the room till Scylla asked him to stay behind. Morgus is now stuck somewhere between the two of you.
I think Livy left after.
Possibly
After last session.
turn and go down the stairs. I might be misremembering.
Yeah, Morgus said, "Are you okay?" Livy said, "Fine." And he left outside, and Morgus was like, "Fuck it." Fuck, like, it's been a day. But yeah, I think Livy's just gonna walk upside the building, and he was just gonna go on the roof, and he's gonna go to sleep there.
Okay.
If I recall, Morgus went down and got some tea, and in addition to that, got some of the like loose leaf dried tea, and then at the bar fashioned a little like a little makeshift incense burner thing with the tea in it. And then when he finally did go back to the room, he and I think he would have tried to find a variety of tea that he knows Scylla would like or something like that. And he sort of put it on the little table beside the bed and just very gently lit it for Scylla, just to provide some sort of aromatherapy, comfort, incense sort of thing before retiring himself.
And the assumption being you'd bring your own light with you, that it would be fine. But if you do come in and you aren't any lights on in the room, I don't know. I think probably like the candle that was there was snuffed out. And with the pillow over her head, arm over the pillow, bring any kind of illumination. I think what you might notice is Scylla fully passed out on the bed. Next to the bed in the corner is Oliver fully like on her stomach. But what you probably think is like odd about this is their fucking armor. Just all of it bunched up in the pile. Like she just took everything off, got in bed, and passed out.
That's interesting. I think Morgus will sort of gently wave a few fingers, and Bitsy will just sort of soundlessly fade in from nothing, sort of on like one of the bedposts. Keep watch. Comfort her if she needs anything. I'm going to sleep. It's been a fucking day.
Awesome. Scylla, Livy, and Morgus all retire. But I have some surprise RP for you all. As Godfrey and Avis are skipping rocks. Ed.
Mm-hmm.
What does Buggy say to get their attention?
Hi. Oh no, maybe they'll look at me. Oh no. Hi.
Godfrey and Ziba, you hear this very small voice coming from behind you. And there,
I'm gonna keep skipping rocks.
on the ground, is a pink, very cute, very bulbous, round mushroom creature. Speaking directly at you.
Directly is an interesting word.
Buggy, you have 2 pieces of paper to deliver to this group, as directed by the quest giver back in the village.
Oh, I'm sure Buggy loves that. Hi. Giants. Down here?
Oh gosh, do I step on it? No. Oh wait, it's one of those mushroom things again. Oh, you scared the crap out of me.
Buggy, as soon as he hears step on, instantly like hides behind his pseudo dragon.
Yeah. So just look at the flapping of this small pseudo dragon that you recognize, similar to the ones on the road to Whimsten.
Can we help you?
I have been tasked to deliver these two levelers to your adventuring group. It just says the no name adventuring group. Is that you?
We do not have a name.
I didn't think her name was No Name, though.
I guess that's you. Yep. Here you go. And Buggy will like place it upon near your feet, only to instantly like go
How
back
big
several.
Is this letter? Is this letter like the size of Buggy?
As Buggy pulls it out of his pack, it like enlarges to humanoid size.
I don't know what was
He,
funnier.
okay, then he
imagining a letter
flops
this big
on top of
or
it.
Him just hauling along this piece of paper.
He flops on it accidentally. It flops on him a little bit. Oh dear.
Let me help you there. I'll just take that. Thank you. Can you get up here? Do I need to use my pinky?
Thank you, giant savior. Thank you so much.
Is this from the Mushroom King?
That is classified information. It is by our society though, but the letter should have all of the information. I haven't read it, I swear.
That's suspicious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, well,
can we keep it?
Thank you. What was that?
Can we keep it?
Oh, please. Strong, mysterious savior. I would like not to be kept as a pet, if you would be so kind.
I think the pseudo dragon like snaps at you a little bit, Simba, as you say that.
We would take really good care of you.
Ziba, we might have to have a conversation about trying to collect people. We can't collect people.
Well, now
okay.
that I have delivered my message, I am going to go back home into the safety of my house and my little garden.
You recede into the grass. Disappearing
Very stealthily,
from view.
which is hard because his pseudo dragon is so very bright.
And then you catch it. You catch the pseudo dragon flying away with a little pink buggy on his back.
Well, I guess we have to cut the skipping session a little short and should give this to the other members of the party.
How do we know it wasn't addressed to us? Why can't we just open it?
I am not the best reader.
You know what? Neither am I.
That's why I thought we should maybe give it to the other members of our party.
There's a lore drop I did not expect.
I'm going to be real. If I knew Buggy was going to be a recurring character in our IRL campaign, I would not have named him after Buggy the Clown from One Piece. I would have thought of a different name.
Do you go inside, Godfrey and Ziba?
Yeah.
All right, you walk up to your two rooms. You see Morgus and Zilla fully passed out in their room, Scylla without any armor on, which strikes you both also as unique. And Livy is not in the other room. It is empty.
I probably would not be looking that closely. I'd probably do the, quick knock knock, we got something to read, guys.
Okay. So not trying to be polite to see if they're sleeping. Just knock knock, wake up.
Yeah. No tack.
Morgus or Scylla, do you wake up?
I imagine Bitsy would probably wake up Morgus if Morgus didn't. What? Oh, you're right there. Fuck.
Mushroom folk just delivered new letters to us, and we thought it would be important for the rest of the party to see it as soon as possible.
The mushroom fuck what? I'm sorry. I'm
going to go find Livy.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Bye.
All right.
And Godfrey puts down the letters.
Give me a survival check.
It's going through for no reason.
Right now it's a 10, but I'm going to use a knowledge from another life to add a d6 to it.
Okay.
You have
That puts it up to 16.
Great. It takes you maybe 5 or 10 minutes as you tap into this tracking power. This knowledge from a past life kicks in. What? It's strange, the feeling that kind of comes over you, because it's not human, this tracking power you're tapping into. It's carnal, it's animalistic, it's wolf form. As you remember how to track steps in the dust, and you see like a few pieces of siding askew from the pressure of Livy climbing up with his spider climb, and you know that he's on the roof.
Okay. I go up to the roof.
You see Livy just lying down, his coat. He's using as a pillow as he's just kind of staring off into the stars.
Livy?
Hey. Feeling better?
A little bit. We've got a delivery from the mushroom folk. Couple new letters. Thought you'd be interested.
Oh. Oh? Yeah, okay. Livy will get his coat and put it on. Yeah, I'll be right down. And he'll use spider climb and just climbing through the window.
Awesome. Godfrey, you make your way to the group, and you've all gathered together here in the late night with 2 new letters from the mushroom folk.
Sorry, I'm
All right, out with it.
not sure Scylla had gotten up when that happened. I think she's probably still very much like passed out and headached, fully asleep.
Okay.
Is Stella not going to join us?
I knocked.
I think Scylla probably needs to sleep.
Yeah, that's probably best. So let's look at these letters, huh?
Sure.
Open the first, and the top of the page is scrawled the name Medusa. And there are 2
I thought
sketches.
this was addressed to us. Oh.
One is of a satyr woman, and the other is of a very familiar and similar female face with snakes for hair and green tinged skin. To the right of that, it says the same thing from the Book of the Old Gods, and underneath that it says general information. Wife of a Rudy, friend of Nyx, born mortal, a satyr. And underneath that is even more information. In big words, it says, marriage to a Rudy. And it tells the story of how they fell in love. And how they got married. The second one, as you open it, is the same, but for a Rudy. You see his name scrawled at the top. A depiction of a minotaur covered in green leaf armor and a staff in his hand. The same blurb from the Book of the Old Gods. General information. God of the earth, son of Kronos and Gaia, the second eldest of his siblings. Minotaur, husband of Medusa, one offspring, deceased. And tells the story of the marriage to Medusa from a different perspective. I think we can read one of the versions. Y'all can decide which one for the pod. This is the part of the recording in the video where I put 5 hours later. And we do a big skip.
What are we reading?
The marriage part. Either the one on Medusa's page or the one on Rudy's page.
Sure. Do you want to vote, or do you just want me to read?
Y'all can vote.
Anyone else want to read it?
Do you want to read?
Read Medusa's.
Okay.
Read Medusa's.
Okay.
Is you reading it, or?
Yeah, I can read it. Medusa's marriage to a Rudy section reads: Medusa is the husband of Medusa is the husband of a Rudy and the goddess of lust and revenge. Medusa was a sorcerer in her small village between Whimsten and the Gate. Her family was of modest wealth, and even so, Medusa grew up very happy. Eventually, she turned her magic toward the plants and herbs around her, gaining the moniker of the kitchen witch of the village. One day, upon foraging for wild herbs in the nearby wood, Medusa found a beautiful glen full of everything she needed to heal and harmonize those who came to her for help. She began to tend the glen, replenishing what she would take and thanking the earth for every morsel it gave her. She visited the beautiful spot daily and filled it with her magic and love. One day, while foraging for feverfew, Medusa felt a strange magical presence enter the glen. A tall minotaur had appeared in the center where the sun shone just right. He was splendid in the light. She fell in love with him right there. She learned that this man's name was Arudi, and she began to speak with him as she lay by the shimmering pool of water in the grasses of the glen. He would hang around for hours as she worked, as she rested, as they kissed. Eventually, they would meet there daily, talking, sharing ideas, and falling in love. Rudy told her who he was, but she didn't care. He made a small demonstration of power, and so did she. And on the next visit, he asked her to marry him. She said yes. Absolutely yes. Kronos, Arudi's father, disapproved of this marriage, but neither Arudi did not care. Neither Medusa or Arudi cared, I think is what is meant there. Medusa feared Kronos, but trusted her fiancé above all else. They were married in the same glen in a ceremony led by Medusa's childhood friend, Nyx.
Damn. God damn, Nyx. You married them. They be sleeping around. That's fucked. That's
Buggy, are you still in this room? Buggy knows something
yeah,
we don't.
Buggy's just like, Buggy like became invisible and like, he's like, oh wow, man, that was really. And then she called so messed up.
The party
Buggy lives for the drama.
I think takes the time to process this information. And takes a rest for the night. Heading your own ways to process. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. And wake up in your own time, slowly finding everyone down at the breakfast table, one by one, as you come together. I think you all stayed up pretty late, so it's later in the day. A lot of the morning breakfast crowd has cleared out by the time you all are finally around the table together. And Zara serves up a large plate of pancakes for Ziba.
You're probably good because I didn't help make them.
You're getting better.
That's true. I spent a lot of time in that cabin. Who knows? I might have potential now.
Godfrey wanted to try to secretly write a letter during the night.
Okay.
And pass it off into Ziba's, a place where Ziba would find it.
Okay.
What have you been holiday?
In her backpack, on her, just tape it to her sword.
You said a place where Ziba would find it.
I know, that's why I don't know where that would be.
Backpack was your first suggestion?
It would be found eventually.
How many things are lost in this backpack? One too many.
Maybe in her shoe? I don't know.
It'd be
honestly,
is Ziba
that would be
sharing
more
a-
likely.
You put it on the sword, and the
sharing a
sword just
room?
gives it to Ziba physically somehow.
Yeah.
Ziba and Livy are sharing a room, and Morgus and Scylla are sharing a room.
Yeah. I would.
Do I need to be awake for me to use my spider climb?
Yes. You trying to hang from the ceiling?
I was just going to say, Tim, are you hanging upside down? Is that what you're trying to work out?
I think that's up to me. I don't care if you hang from the ceiling.
Do you have the...
It doesn't say. It just says
feet?
you have a climbing speed equal to, in addition, at third level, you can move up, down, across vertical, and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. It doesn't say I need to be awake.
Fair.
Nowhere in that does that say consciousness is required.
Yeah. So I think Godfrey would just slip it under the door and it would be addressed to Ziba, knowing that Livy could possibly find it first.
Okay. Do you read the letter when you wake up, Ziba?
Of course. What if it's from the Tooth Fairy? I don't know. Does that exist in this realm?
Do you know what it says, Adam?
Yeah, I'm gonna Discord DM it.
Okay.
Sure.
The rest of you are at the breakfast table. We'll say that Ziba's there too, but she has read this letter before getting there. Apparently this mind-blowing letter.
What the fuck, Godfrey?
So unfair.
I'm just gonna be sitting the entire breakfast now, staring off into space, trying to figure out how to respond to this letter.
Okay.
So what should we do? I'm assuming we're gonna hit the road?
Yeah, we're still on the way to the gate, right?
Yeah, we are. Especially Considering those guys came from the gate, I think it would be pretty good. We have to pick up the money we got, right? From guarding those guys.
I thought they already gave it to us.
They already gave you
she
the
did?
money.
Okay.
Mhm.
Never mind. Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't go back and get ready to leave. Unless we have other business here.
Does Scylla have her arm on?
Yeah, Scylla, when Scylla came in and joined everyone, instead of coming down the front door of the tavern or pub in where we're staying downstairs, she, at the same time as everyone waking up, had come in at the time, but you can maybe tell that she's been up really early with a bunch of wildflowers in one hand for Zara, whoever's working at the front. And if you're looking closely, there's a bit of dirt like under her fingernails. She's full armor and like sweaty, like up and working out. And comes in and like sits down at the table and joins everyone.
Scylla?
Hey.
You
We
sleep
saw
all
a
right?
talking mushroom last night.
What's up?
You can't start
I'm sorry, what now?
like this.
Great. Morgus,
I didn't know what to say.
the mushroom?
Do you remember the mushroom people? They gave us some more papers. If you would like to read them.
Yeah, and oh, yeah, morning coffee sort of way. Yeah, as I guess if you're passing this over to me, I'll kind of flag down for coffee in a sort of New York Times. Yeah. What do they have to say this time?
About Medusa and her former husband, how they met and fell in love.
Oh shit!
Coffee set down
Pick it
next
up.
to you.
And like as she's reading it, just sort of sip.
I think it's really weird how they
And she'll sort of
Godspeed
skim
because
through it.
immediately after we found their child's grave.
I see one of those.
I mean,
Which one of the two do you give, Morgus?
the second one.
Okay, the Arudi one.
Yes.
I think it's interesting how more to the point the Rudy one is. While Medusa's is a little more in-depth and
Well,
flowery.
it seemed like Medusa was happy.
Wait, how was...
Rudy was
I mean, there's certainly something to be said
his
about
story seemed a little-
perspectives.
not happy.
Yes.
Morgus.
Morgus is looking
What
at
do you make of this?
the picture or the likeness of Rudy. And I'm going to think back to the flash that I had at the Acropolis.
Looks like him.
Pretty accurate. Yeah.
No, it looks like
Yes.
her.
Yeah, switch with me in a moment.
Ziba, do you remember when we first met in a dream? It was a hedge maze.
Long ago?
We were in a hedge maze.
Yeah,
Wildlife, he's the
there
god.
were definitely some plants that I think have tried attacking us. Maybe.
He is the god of nature, and he's a minotaur. Mazes are kind of their thing.
Mazes are their thing.
They are found in mazes. Mythologically.
Is that common knowledge? Do you guys know this?
Oh, like Livy, probably only Livy. But he's like saying this like it's like obviously.
So it's like what?
Yeah, they're historically, yes. I just think that's interesting.
So you think the dream like 30
and then
seconds
afterwards we found Medusa's and it was like it was on a giant spring. The altar was on a giant spring.
This was a. Do you only have was that the only dream you've ever had? I mean,
the only one we had together.
I've had a few dreams since then. Some of them did have springs in them. I don't remember if that one did. Maybe
you didn't. How many objects have you taken from your dream to real life?
You know, I can't prove for certain, but one time I had a dream about a clover, and I woke up the next day and there's the clover right away. 4 leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Zara comes and puts down a bunch more food for everyone as more people have joined the table, more coffee.
Morgus is going to...
Can I eat blueberries, please?
Mm-hmm.
Like, without thinking, just reach for one of the pancakes and start nibbling on it.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely what happened, though. I agree.
Morgus is also going to immediately change the flavor of someone's something as they put it in their mouth.
Right, Morgus?
So, but your pancakes taste like bananas a little bit?
She's already confused. Have mercy.
I said someone
looks at the pancakes it was eaten half through and now tastes different and just takes another bite. Like, was that real? Did I eat a different pancake?
It's just the one bite. It's just the one bite.
The second bite is fine. So now
she's just the one bite.
She's like confused, looking at Livy. Like, yeah.
Zara puts down a pint of blueberries in front of you, for Livy. It's here now again.
Yeah, I'm always just in the background of every single. So if we have any fan artists, just have me in the background a little bit, just watching as it all goes down. Every single scene, not any of the action or like exciting ones, just like when we're all talking, just quietly in the background.
Morgus is thinking pretty deeply. Back to that flash. And he's going to try to push to see as much as he can remember about... Because I remember they were holding hands walking away from me. Morgus is trying to remember details about... Like, after reading this description, that they were married in that little place by Nyx. Morgus is trying to remember any details about the place that he remembers seeing, and then anything he remembers detail-wise about the perspective with which he saw it from, hands, height, any kind of detail of like whoever's eyes he was seeing it from, any detail about the viewer.
Give me a con save.
Here we go. 16?
Okay. As you push in to that memory, with the focus being on the viewer, you don't return to that memory, you return to a new memory.
Okay.
You're sitting on a bench in a beautiful glen. There's an archway with what looks to be hand-crocheted lace and flowers, who you know to be Nyx, and who you now know to be Erebus and Medusa, are standing in and under the archway in a sort of triangle shape.
Do you mean Erebus or Erudi?
Erebus and Erudi and Medusa. Yes.
And Nyx? Is Nyx Erebus?
Nyx is Erebus, yes.
Thank you.
Interchangeable.
Okay, cool.
Nyx is at the top of the pyramid away from you, and Rudy and Medusa are holding hands. It seems to be a marriage. And you look down to your own blue cloth pants and your nice attire, your hands entwined in someone else's. And you look up their body, a very large, broad body, and into their eyes, where a pair of dark-hued glasses sit on a nose that is a trunk of a loxodon. It looks very familiar. And you see yourself, a bald-headed, blue-skinned, tattooed Goliath, reflecting back at you in the glasses. And as you come to, both of your noses are bleeding. There's a little blood starting to trickle from your ear, and Bitsy's just hopping on your shoulder.
Well, do I take any points of damage?
Mm.
Okay. I think Marcus looks down at the pancake because some of the blood that got into the pancake just kind of sets it down. Prestidigitate some of the blood away. Scratches Bitsy.
Livy's not paying attention. He's trying to draw the maze and the altar that we found before. Now I want you all to imagine a child who forgot most of their memories, and it has probably not slept in quite a while. That is the artistic talent Livy is displaying at this moment.
Marcus, are you okay?
Is the air dry here?
Morgus,
I'm-
on here.
Blood coming from your ears?
Oh, he'll prestidigitate that away.
Is he still like hopping and nudging you on the side of the head?
Here is a handkerchief.
I don't know if I feel that way about you, Livy.
What?
Never
What?
mind.
Don't be weird. Just he takes off a completely gray handkerchief. Just,
Yeah. I'll take it. Kind of dab some sweat, probably from my brow.
and the blood, mostly.
I've seen something new. I was at the wedding. He just sort of
This wedding? Scylla holds up the paper.
just taps the paragraph.
Huh.
I was fucking tall. I wasn't myself. I was tall.
Oh,
Very tall. It was very nice.
it's good for you. How tall? Exactly.
Taller
You said
than
you
any
wanted
of
to-
you. Taller even than Zibba. Probably as tall as Godfrey, or even taller.
Taller than me.
Yep.
So were you
I'm still
just
growing.
an insanely tall dwarf, or like?
Nope. I was a Goliath.
Scylla takes the paper that she's holding in her hand and like takes it up to her nose and sniffs it and like
Oh god. I want to prestidigitate the paper to taste like something
Puts her
so
tongue
bad, but I don't think I
out.
can.
on
No,
it.
it just
Didn't he
smells
just
and
bleed
tastes
on
like
that?
paper.
Yeah.
Didn't he bleed on that?
Can
We should really stop taking things from strangers, guys.
Oh, you
Well-
mean the mushroom people?
I don't recommend you eat any
fungal
of the mushroom people.
spores transfer from paper? No, you're having visions and I can't help but one sounds like mushroom tails and wonder if, I don't know, some of those spores have been inhaled because
Are
this
you
all-
saying he's high?
Nothing makes sense. What do you mean you were at the wedding?
When we were at the Acropolis, I saw Erudi and Medusa from a different perspective. This reminded me of that. I was thinking about that and I got something new. And this sort of correlates with something a diviner once told me.
Do I know if any of the gods are Goliaths?
Mm-mm.
But it seems like your previous memories, you weren't that. The one where you saw them, you were tall, but the ones where the previous ones before that, you were about the same height.
Yes.
Are you seeing the perspectives from different people? Are they not this? Are they not your memories?
It's a good question, and I don't know if I have an answer for it. But I feel like mine, or at the very least, like I've been fully given their perspective, empathize.
Maybe it's a
with it.
dream when you're awake.
I had thought of that. Maybe it's a dream when I'm awake. What should I call that?
Marcus, have you
I think that's called a dream day.
ever taken anything when this has happened to you?
Scylla, you're aware that I've been having visions for quite some time now. Flashes, memories. Aren't you?
Only as much as you've been telling us, but in these, have you ever reached out for anything tangible? I mean,
Oh,
hold?
no. I haven't tried to sort of take the reins, if
I
that's
mean,
what
is
you're
it like
asking.
you're just sitting there watching it happen? Something you can bend, and you can't do anything about it, and you're just seeing it happen around you go by, or can you feel it? Can you hold it? Can you take anything back with you?
Like their crown? I mean, it's lucid in the sense that when it happens, I can feel, touch, like the senses are all there. You know, I could smell the flowers that were woven into the lace of the arch. You know. But I don't know that I could assume control of it or anything. It's... Yeah, next time it happens, maybe I'll try to take a little brooch or something.
I mean, just be careful. I don't know anything about this.
Neither do I. I am very intrigued by the possibility that it might very well be someone else's memories and not my own. Godfrey you asked me a very interesting question once about potentially being a champion to someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility.
Do you know who?
Probably Zol.
What if you were an acolyte for Kronos?
It's a good question. Based on what I know about
time travel.
Kronos, I don't know how comfortable I am with that.
Top up. Zara comes by with a pitcher of coffee, pours it all
Oh,
around.
please. Thank you.
Can I get you anything else? Sorry, I mean to interrupt. Y'all are just... You always have serious conversations, so, you know. Never a good time.
No, thank you for interrupting us.
That's fair.
All right. We're here if you need us.
What adults do. But Morgus, obviously I can't stop you or anything like that, and I wouldn't want to, but be careful when doing this. I'm just worried about you.
Morgus freezes and falls off of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god, no, Morgus!
No,
he's experiencing the stroke!
Thank you, Livy. I appreciate that very much. I'll take care.
What are Livy, Godfrey, Scylla, and Morgus's passive insights?
15 for Morgus.
Literally everyone.
16 for Godfrey.
That's an 11 for this.
Also an 11.
You got that book smart. And
Cool.
that's it.
Godfrey and Morgus would have noticed Ziba's staring into space and being a little off for the most of this breakfast. That's it. Thank you so much for listening. We really, really appreciate everyone who's tuned in. If you're liking what you're hearing, give us a review. Give us that star ranking on Spotify. Leave us a review on iTunes. All the places. Apple Podcasts. I don't know. I'm so out of the loop. It's fine. It's fine. We've got a lot of fun things going on. Tomorrow is our Everyone is John stream, where Ed, aka Livy, is our game master. We have some beautiful guests coming in for that. And last week was our first episode of But Then What, a new storytelling freeform podcast / stream that we're doing. So you can find that VOD over on YouTube. Audio coming out very, very soon. Support us on Ko-Fi, join our Discord. We are so happy to have you and to grow this community. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock, everything else by myself and the cast. I hope you have a really, really, really great day.